And Alibaba's IPO comes at a time when there is much debate over the relationship between Chinese companies and the U.S. markets. Tracy Tandon has that angle for us from New York City.
The competitiveness between U.S. and China businesses has made business relations a sensitive topic. The subject has grown even more antagonistic this year after the U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission banned the Chinese affiliates of the world's largest accounting firms. The SEC banned the Chinese arm of Deloitte, Ernst & Young, KPMG, and PricewaterhouseCoopers from operating in the U.S. for 6 months after they failed to comply with an investigation on fraud probes. Experts say the fallout could potentially affect Alibaba's IPO.
The biggest hurdle at the moment, or the biggest potential challenge, would be just making sure that everything runs smoothly between the SEC and the PCAOB, the Public Company Accounting Oversight Board, and the external auditors. That could potentially impact the timing of the IPO because there's been a lawsuit against, or a filing against, the top 5 largest public accounting firms in China. And certainly one of those firms is the one that Alibaba will be using.
Recently, Alibaba has been delisting counterfeit goods and cracking down on listings that may breach intellectual property laws. All the hard work appears to be paying off. In 2012, the U.S. government removed Alibaba from its notorious markets list, paving the way for an IPO that could value the company as much as $200 billion.
Alibaba probably is one of the biggest company. It probably does a better job disclosing all issues related to its operation and also financial results. Well, I do have the confidence that I think Alibaba is going to do a fairly good job in the future.
U.S.-listed Chinese firms are in fashion. Last year, 8 Chinese companies went public, and now dozens of Chinese companies are queuing up for a slice of that U.S. IPO pie.
There'll be a wave of companies from China who also want to follow on the heels of the Alibaba IPO because it will generate a lot of investor interest from the U.S. I know U.S. investors want to get access to the markets in China. It's a huge market. It's a huge opportunity. It's exciting.
Just a few years ago, Chinese companies on U.S. stock exchanges were considered a rare breed. But now, as more Chinese companies make adjustments in order to meet the stringent U.S. regulations, 2014 could well be the year the Chinese IPO. Tracy Tandon, CCTV, New York.